Hello there. Hopefully this works well as I'd hoped. This is Dungreed, a game that is in, I think, early access? I'm pretty sure it's not completely done. It's been updated all the time. It's kind of like Rogue Legacy, a little bit. I played for an hour and a half, as you can see, 3600 gold. Don't mind if I do. And what is this game, you might ask? This game is a roguelike in the sense that you have one life and when you die you lose all your stuff, but there is an element of permanence that I like quite a lot, similar to Rogue Legacy, and it's this bloke. When you fight people in the dungeon you can save them and then get this guy to build things for you. I have a sword. Some of the people I've bought right now, I'll explain the controls in a minute. I'm using the mouse to control where I attack and the keyboard WASD to determine where I jump, obviously. There's this girl who sells things for every start of a run that you can buy with the gold that you have over from the last time. You lose quite a lot of gold when you lose, like when you die, but keep some of it. I don't know as a percentage how much it is, but you get to keep some of it. This blacksmith gives you one free item every run that you can't sell. Let's just buy a rapier and I'll show you what it looks like. Different moves have different attacks and different speeds and all that. That red line is the line of much joyous death. If you go in it, you're going to go into the dungeon. These blue bits here, I don't know if you can see the cursor, are my dashes. I have 3 dashes. You start with 2 dashes. I haven't got any, what's the word? I haven't got any levels to use. There we go. Right, so let's do it. I've gotten to the end of floor 2 a couple of times. I don't know how many floors there are. There's like 8 or 9, maybe even like 12. But you can see the minimap in the top right corner. I'm probably going to suck real bad. So I'm going to do just 1 or 2 runs. And we'll see how far we get. One thing I like about the game is that everything is pretty well telegraphed. You can learn all the moves and then quite easily avoid them all if you're good. I'm not, so I don't easily avoid them all, but I could if I was determined to get good. For example, I know that bowman's going to shoot because he pulls his bow back for a minute before he fires, and once he pulls the bow back, that's where he's shooting. Say if I'm here and he pulls the bow back and I jump, he's going to shoot. Say if I jump and he pulls the bow back, he's going to shoot up here. Not to where I am, but to where I was. So I've never used this rapier before and it's pretty good. I like it. This Minotaur usually does a dash attack straight into you, but he is not doing that so far. I'm glad that I'm not like at the end game super good at the video game or anything, because I don't want to be one of those people who spoils a game that's about exploring and finding things out for yourself by just being like, oh yeah, I'm really good, I just win easily, and show you the entire game's content. Which is why I'll just do 2 runs and then we'll do as much as I get. And if I die, I die. It's no big deal. One thing I say is I have to click every time. I would much prefer it. Maybe there's an option somewhere that I don't know. If I could just hold the attack button down and attack constantly. Maybe that would make the game too easy. But with my repetitive strain, it hurts a lot if I have to keep clicking all the time. Let's drink from this fountain. You become hungry, but your current HP decreases. Oh, but I've never done that before. That was a mistake. It's okay, I already had no hunger. The hunger in the bottom left is an interesting mechanic, which I will show you in a minute. That fairy heals 10 HP, so that's a good find. I want to find a restaurant. On every floor there's like a cafe that serves food. And the food does different things that usually last for like a whole floor, and then it resets. For example, some might give you power, or some might give you defense, but they all heal you, usually, a little bit. These are walk points, so if I want to go like here, I walk straight there. Sometimes the game freezes for a second or 2. It is not quite fully optimized yet. I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. It's like a frame skip, it's not like a huge problem. It doesn't completely lock up or anything. It just freezes up sometimes. There we go. It could also just be my computer. But my computer's fairly good. So I would say not that likely. The worst part of my computer is the CPU being bad. You see, the guy shot straight forward where I was, not where I am. What I need to do is stop getting hit by everything. Otherwise the first boss will kill me. Uh-oh. Nothing there. I really like how I can see every enemy on the screen. I should have dashed. I could have avoided that situation if I had just dashed. Serrated Sword. It's a blue tier weapon. It attacks multiple times on the second hit. And of course, because you start with 2 dashes, the game expects you to use them. I don't know what this is. Lava's Magic Wand. No. It's aiming down for some reason. Here's the blacksmith. He obviously sells you things for money. I would like to get the Menning Yord, which I can afford. 24% gold drop. Never had that before either. You unlock new items all the freaking time in this game. Basically, when you save any person, you unlock new things. So I've never, like I said, I've never had this wand before. No idea if it's supposed to home. No idea if it's supposed to do anything cool. Also don't know how to get up there. It seems to aim towards the bottom left-hand corner a lot. Don't know why, but it's doing it. This altar, I don't know what to do with it yet. You can, I guess, sacrifice things, but I've never had anything to sacrifice. Here's the restaurant. I haven't got enough money to buy anything, but as you can see, these are the things they do. Give you power, max health, crit chance. Whoa. It looks like a fairly good weapon. It's a little bit slow for my taste, but it'll do. I'll probably die to the boss, but that's okay. After every floor there's a boss, at least so far. I've never had to do 2 floors in a row without a boss. Make sure to reload the weapon. There we go. That's fine. This boss is always the same. It's not like Binding of Isaac where you get a different boss sometimes. This is the same. At least, again, right now. I'm always fighting the same boss. You may recognise this pattern if you've played Rogue Legacy. My recommended strat for this is just to do this over and over again. Ow. I went a bit early. Boom. See ya. Luckily, hitting the boss himself doesn't hurt you. So, you're pretty safe. And usually you get a pretty good weapon from this. And a full heal. Well, 80 HP heal, not a full heal. I got a magnet this time. Magnet is, it pulls things towards you and you get 10% attack speed. So I wasn't liking the damage the wand was doing, which is why I switched. Now, get ready for an absolute banger. Because I've made it to World 2, I think I'll only do 1 run. One benefit this weapon already has over some of the other weapons I've used is that it goes through walls. A lot of weapons don't go through walls. So the fact that I can shoot things through the wall, it's pretty good. It's kind of like a wave beam. And it homes. So I can hit things from like across the map. This is cloth armor, which gives me 2 evasion. Not a particularly good armor, but it's fine. Hello. I would like to buy some power, please. Let's buy this one. HP, power, and defense. Fantastic news. See, I've got 107 now. I had 99 before. Yeah, this weapon. It's in my positive books for sure. Being able to hit things that I can't even see yet, I'm a big fan. Don't know if this is easy mode yet. Again, its weakness is that it's quite slow. So, it's not going to be doing huge amounts of damage or anything. This is the kind of music I wish I could make. I like it a lot. I gotta kill the mage, there we go. Because he casts a magic spell that hurts you from anywhere. And it's quite bad. I mean, you can avoid it, obviously, but it still hurts a bit. The Ring of Speed. Now, I've selected what I want. I would like to get rid of dash damage and replace it with speed. I never dash into things, so I don't need the dash damage. Now, there could be a chance that I've saved everyone on the second floor, but I wouldn't imagine so. Because there's so few that I've saved. I don't know how many people there are to save in the game at this present moment, but I'd expect like 15, maybe 20. Again, I don't know how many. There's a lot of things in this game I don't know. I've only played for like an hour and a half, but I wanted to show it because I thought it was cool, and because I can start Mega Man on Monday then. Which I've had this weird thing about starting new games on Monday. Usually I don't mind, but because I finished on a Saturday specifically, I thought, fuck it. I'll just record it on Monday. The katana. Now I need to find the blacksmith to sell some stuff. So far, every single run I've done, there's been a blacksmith on every floor, and there's been a restaurant on every floor. That might not be the case, but it's been the scenario I've encountered so far. This weapon's great. If I have the element of time on my side. If I'm in no rush, I can just sit here and spam the wand and kill everything. There may be some hidden downside associated with this weapon. I didn't see the spikes. There may be some hidden downside associated with this weapon that I don't know yet. But if that's true, we'll find out together. I will say that I've been caught by spikes a lot in this game. Gold candy. Creates a shadow effect. Nothing special, really. %50 move speed. 10 evasion, 30 dash damage. Damage against 3 cronies. There's definitely a downside to this. There's no way this is just pure candy good times. But I'll take it. It's probably a cursed item. But I'll take it. I don't care. All of my things have trails now. Did these have trails before? Oh, I missed a chest. Luckily the game has a little chest on the map, so I can see that too. Critical chance and power. More power. Okay. I've gone mad with power. Whoop. This could be the blacksmith. It isn't. I get hit by that note lady more than I'd like to admit. I get hit by it all the time. With magnet power, I don't have to worry about hitting the spikes. Looks like you can place something on this altar. Don't know what to do yet. You're all my slaves. Begone. My cosmic power is too much for you. Just a regular dagger. I'm just trying to get to the blacksmith because I've got lots of things to sell. Hello, my buddy. Horse killer sword. Also a blunderbuss. A blunderbuss is good because it's a gun, and obviously guns are ranged. It's probably not going to be as good as my magic wand of justice, but you know. Let's sell all this good shit. Like I said, I can't send the sandbag because it's given to me as a gift. Oh, I can do a huge amount of damage in one hit, but it has a 95% chance to break. If you could find an item that means that your weapon never breaks, that would be overpowered. That would be great. That's a cool synergy. Probably once in a lifetime synergy. Now, I've never beaten this boss. But I have a good chance this time, because I have a magic wand that I can hit people from afar with. Don't have to try. I've also got a gun. The gun is what I used in my most successful run. The blunderbuss is really good. Hello, Niflheim. Let's go. The strategy is to shoot the shields. Because once you hit the shields, you can shoot her. Here we go. Oops, don't get hit by that. Like I said, I've never got that far in this fight, so I don't know what all the moves do. Whereas the first guy, I'm pretty confident in its moves. Let's try the wand. Uh-oh. Ah! I saw a red laser bolt. No. Okay. I took a lot of damage, and I died. It's okay. I got 11,000 gold. I'll probably level up. Yes. What I needed to do there was have a weapon that could capitalize on when she was stunned a little bit more. And stand a bit further down so I wasn't getting killed by that. There's a lot to pay attention to, though. And you see, my gold went down to 3,800. That's what happens. You lose a lot of the gold you saved up, but you still have some. So it's not complete waste. I'll do one more run, because fuck it. Let's train. I would like to have more attack speed and movement, please. And I would like to buy an item. A good one. I don't know what the best strategy is yet. If there even is one. I just do what I feel is right. Defense on long range attacks while circling around Adventurer. I've used that before, it's been okay. Evasion increased. Increases crit chance. I don't want any of these things. I'm going to go with just the dagger. Actually, I guess I'm going with just the long sword. Onward! And we're back. Here we go. Now we'll see what a difference not having an overpowered shooty death cannon of justice does. I'll probably get absolutely murdered. Hopefully not. Every hit you take, I guess until you can get like some kind of armor, every hit you take absolutely murders you in the beginning. Give me that HP. There we go. Give me that chest, please. It's going to have an item in it. It's an assassin's dagger. It's a main-handed item. Is it fast? It is. I forget what the button for... There we go, it's V. It's just a regular dagger because there's no one to assassinate. Right, so it's just a fast weapon. I'm going to use it as a fast weapon. Of course, its range is absolutely god-awful, but still. Slicey, slicey. Okay. Back through here. Ooh. I would like to buy some critical damage and critical chance, please. And you see I've got 63 out of 100 hunger. It goes down every time you go in a new room, I believe. And by new room, I mean room you've never been in before in the game. Not just go back and forth and the hunger goes down. That's the Minotaur's main attack. the dash forward. Whoa! Okay. Nice. Unlock it. It's a ruby necklace. Max health and power. Cool. I'll take it. Usually I like... Hello. I recently found a brilliant treatment. Want to give it a go? Deceive. I'm going to sting a little bit to be effective for sure. Trust me. Hee. I've never seen the Witch Doctor before in my life. I had to give it a go. I had to know. Maybe it'll give me some Herculean strength. I've got lifesteal. No, my life's just regenerating on its own. Okay, I guess for the next 48 seconds. Life regen in this game would be absolutely broken. Yeah, I get hit by this siren girl a lot. I really need a weapon that's bigger. Anyone knows me, I like a giant weapon that attacks really slow but hits like a fucking freight train. Bullets become bigger and damage increases, but 30% attack speed decreases. Yes, now I just need to find a weapon that shoots. That'll do. The fuck is this? I want it. It's a boomerang. Okay. Whee! That'll do. I've never had this before. Oh, I can even hit more than once per go. That's powerful. I like it. Give me more of it. Of course, I'm always going to check the entire floor. Crazy. You can only have one at once. But if you catch it, it comes back faster, obviously. So there's a benefit to staying still and letting it come back to you. That's an interesting dynamic. Or trying to go and catch it on the way up, as you just saw. If you miss it, it's no big deal. It comes back to me eventually anyway. What would be really cool is a version of this boomerang that if you lose it, it just goes away, but it does stupid damage. As in, like, stupidly good damage. Let's heal before the boss fight. Always try and save some HP lying around the map, if you can. Let's go! Wahoo! More often than not, there's some HP here. Not always, but most of the time. Let's fight. Fight. I'm not expecting this to do gangbuster damage. In fact, none of my weapons are doing super powerful damage, but I have to stick with it. That's his most annoying attack for me, is the three-way slingaroony. I also unlocked a double jump. You don't start the game with a double jump, but I have one. Damn it. You can't dash through any of the projectiles either, so... You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit. Kill him. There you go. So this is not a boss killing strategy. It's a good minion killing strategy, but for bosses, it ain't doing what I need it to do. Not in the way that I want it to, anyway. The butterfly knife. The butterfly knife is a offhand weapon. You see... This, it attacks in conjunction with your main hand. So this is a stabby weapon. Right, back to Ice Town. I've never beaten Niflheim yet. Cherno, she eludes me. I don't even play Toho, but I know who Cherno is. Okay. I don't know if it's supposed to be a reference or not, but it is a bit Danmaku-y, so maybe it is. It's one of those games you can easily play an hour of and not even know. I think what will really need to be the thing that separates the game to make it stand out is just a larger variety of starting locations. So it's not always dungeon, ice, thingy bob. You know, like in Isaac, you have the basement, and then you have the cellar after you beat the basement a certain amount of times. And if you beat it without taking damage and stuff like that, maybe there could be variants like that in this game. Just enough of a variant, like a harder one, an easier one, a weird one, you know. There's also doesn't appear to be any champion version of enemies, or like elites, or whatever the case may be. And again, this might all be by design. What is this? It cannot attack melee, but if you dash into things, it probably hurts quite a lot. Alright. This is silly. I like it. Hodonk. Hodonk. It's forcing me to play outside of my comfort zone. This is definitely also not a boss killer. That's a paintbrush. Some weapons have cool effects, like the paintbrush leaves a trail of paint, and the paint hurts enemies it goes into it. Like the paint lingers for a bit. It's cool. Stomp. Smack. Boink. Kishbonk. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. See you, Batto. Don't say that with a Y, that's a slur in the UK. Boom. It might be a slur everywhere, I don't know. Legendary? Ooh. Halloween? 1 toughness. It's a big old stick. Now, I don't really like the stick enemy weapons because they just spin around like this. It doesn't seem that useful, unless I'm going to helicopter off into the sky, and then it would be very cool. Its saving grace is that it attacks extraordinarily quickly. It's just dum 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 dum. When's the AK-47 patch come in? Just a full-on machine gun that does 1 damage per hit. But obviously it's a machine gun, so it's like, oh, I can fire 125 rounds in you a second. Okay, I'm taking a lot of heat. Let's switch our thing up again. I like the boomerang. It sticks with me as a cool weapon. I'm making a more concerted effort to actually grab onto it too. The cow buffalo thing, its gimmick is that it charges straight towards you every time you hit it, and it's very, very fast. So if you get caught unawares, you're dead. I think you're trying to aim for the yellow bit to hit you, and if that happens, you're golden. That's a hook. What? I'm getting loads of items I've never seen before. What does this do? Oh, it's just like a pickaxe. Just a big old chunky iron doofer. Uh-oh. Archer City. That guy spooked me. Okay. Don't worry. It's all good. I'm fine. I wasn't scared. You can't prove it. That audio file was not proof of my fear. That was a kamikaze bat. Open. Give me that block of wood. I'll hit Cherno with it. Okay. I know it's reductive to say it's just Cherno. I apologise. Screw it. I'll get everything. The green bat occasionally fires a projectile, and I'm not going to keep the money if I die anyway, so I might as well spend it. was thinking with the shield, it could be a good synergy. To have bombs when you dash. Doink. Oh, I make the bat shoot. My bad. I thought it was just a passive. It isn't passive. It's me actively directing it. So with a ranged weapon, it's even better because I'm aiming in that direction anyway. Now, was there a calf I've already been to here? Not yet. I'm looking for it. Again, the benefit of not knowing everything about the game, while it's not as professional, is that if you play the game for yourself, you can find things out that I don't know. And isn't that cool? Right. I need some healing. I need healing. I'm in a bad way. The Charm of Madness. I like that. It's dangerous for my health, but I like it a lot. Attack speed. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I already have a low amount of HP. Can he do it? I may not even live to find out. I'm in a bad way. I'm hurting. I'm hurting something fierce. Sweet justice. Can I have 11% healing, please? And then another 14% healing. I need to drink, and then I can eat some more. Now I'm like very full. But I healed a bit. Am I going to win? Absolutely not. In fact, I would say I'm completely screwed. But there's always a chance. And as long as there's a chance, I'm in there. I'm going to give it my best. This boomerang should absolutely demolish the shields of Niflheim. Niflheim is where Hell's from, right? In Norse mythology, I think. I'm not just making that up, am I? I enjoy the no laser beam of death yet. I don't know how to dodge that yet. No idea. It's too slow. I'd prefer it if that was faster, but more spread out. It's so slow, it's hard for me to dodge it. If that makes any sense. I prefer dodging things that are quick. If it was like, foo, foo, I'd go, foo, foo. But the fact it's like, foo, foo, but then, foo, foo. Like it's not really trying very hard. Just kills me every time. All the red lines are deceptive, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't mean to go back in the dungeon. I'm going to leave. The game says it's a defeat. I consider it a tactical retreat. I don't lose anything. I didn't have enough to lose. I just wanted to see what I would have gotten if I'd have carried on. That's my free gift. Hello. Oh, I would have got more health. Okay. I'll see you next time when we play something else. It'll be Mega Man 8 again. Ta-ra!